Alright, Eminem's Curtain Call 2 will be dropping here in just a couple of weeks, and I thought it would be a fun idea to get on here, think about some previous information that I've got, and try to predict what this track list is going to look like. Now, I've seen a couple articles out there talking about how the store has accidentally released a track list, and I've seen 4 or 5 articles, and they're literally different screenshots. They have different songs on all 4 or 5 of these articles. Hey, that shit's fake! Okay, they're just trying to get clicks. That shit's fake, and we don't do that fake shit around here. And if you saw one of my last videos, I went over the album artwork for Curtain Call 2 and showed you all of the hidden meanings that I could find that gives us grand old information about the songs that will be on this greatest hits album. Now, as a reminder, this will be a compilation album of previously released songs by Eminem, with at least one brand new song that has been confirmed. But if you want a better understanding of how I came to certain conclusions in this video, check that one out and you can see all of the hidden meanings behind this album. And I have a very scientific and mathematically formulated plan to go about predicting the songs on this album. So Curtain Call, you know, the original greatest hits album, has 17 tracks on it. Now, granted, Stan is on there twice. There's a live performance version with Elton John as well as the studio version with Ditto, and there's 4 brand new songs on that album, but it pulls from 5 different bodies of work from Eminem. You got the Slim Shady LP, Marshall Mathers LP, Eminem Show Encore, as well as the 8 Mile soundtrack. And if you average all that up, it comes out to about 3 songs per album, give or take, even though there is only 1 song from the 8 Mile soundtrack. So I would say it's safe to assume that we could try to pull 3 songs from each piece of evidence that we have on this album artwork, give or take, obviously, because I don't think Revival is gonna have 3 songs that make this. So I'm gonna go through each album, look at the track list. I obviously can't play any of the audio to help reduce the risk of being copyrighted. That still might not guarantee me anything. All right, first up we got oh wait, that's me. I just dropped a brand new song called The Burrows. I released a music video 2 days ago. It's a really cool music video that I self-directed, filmed, edited, acted in, and all this fun stuff. It's got a great twist to it. If you're a fan of murder mystery or psychological thrillers or horror films, please just go give that a watch. Plus, all my music's copyright free, so if you want to use it in Twitch streams or reaction videos, literally anything, you can do it, and you don't have to worry about getting copyright claimed or striked or anything. But all right, let's head over to Eminem's albums, scroll all the way down to Relapse, because we know that is going to be the very earliest that we will hear a song from on this greatest hits album. So one thing I did notice is that he has a lot of different variations of his albums on here. So we got Relapse Refill that has 29 songs. Obviously that's way too much for an album, and I saw that Forever is on here, so he just kind of stuck a bunch of random songs on top of the original album. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to stick with the regular version of all of these, and then I might circle back around at the end and do some kind of one-off songs at the end, because there could be some random singles like movie soundtracks and stuff that weren't hinted about on the Curtain Call album artwork. But nonetheless, we get down to Relapse, and let's check out some of these songs and see what could potentially be on here. Okay, so one factor that we can immediately be thinking about when trying to create this list is that the songs with the most plays on each one of these albums more than likely are going to be placed on this greatest hits album. And here's why. Okay, here's a little insider information from a fellow musician that understands a lot of this stuff. Albums will chart based on the number of pre-sales that you have, as well as the first week's streams, which is why you will see a ton of rappers release 3 to 4 singles before an album actually comes out, because it gives those songs time to build up some streams, and as soon as the album drops, the streams that it equated from those singles will immediately be placed onto the album. So let's say Eminem drops a single the week before Curtain Call 2 comes out, and it's a brand new song, and in that week it garners 10 million streams. As soon as the album drops, it's going to have 10 million streams, and that is equivalent to 6,666 album sales. So when you see DJ Academics tweet out, you know, Megan Thee Stallion sold 30,000 albums first week, that doesn't necessarily mean that 30,000 people bought a copy of her album on iTunes. It means that the amount of purchases on iTunes, the amount of streams on Spotify, all this stuff gathered together in one area equates to 30,000 album unit sales, which is about 45 million streams. So obviously when M drops this thing, the first week sales on this are just going to be massive. I'm actually going to do a calculation at the very end of this with the songs that I predict, because I can see the amount of streams that these songs have, and I know it's going to be insane. So for a lot of people saying, you know, why is Eminem doing this? It's kind of dumb to do a compilation album nowadays because everything is digital. That's why. My man's trying to squeeze in another platinum album, and I 100% think it's about to happen. So right off the jump, the top 3 streamed songs on Relapse are Crack a Bottle, Beautiful, and We Made You. And I think they all have a deserving spot on this. I'm not a huge fan of We Made You, but Crack a Bottle and Beautiful 100% deserve to be on this greatest hits album. I'm gonna go ahead and put We Made You on there just so I can meet my 3 song criteria, and then I might pick 1 or 2 more to kind of be a wishful thinking one. 3 AM might have a decent chance. There was that music music video for that, and it was one of the singles off of this. I think I'm just gonna go with 3 a.m. and these are 4 potential songs that I see happening from Relapse. Okay, now 2010's Recovery. You got Cold Wind Blows, an amazing song. Won't Back Down. Oh man, Not Afraid is 100% gonna be on there. No Love has to be on there. If No Love isn't on there, I'm not listening to this thing. Spacebound, man, I love that song. Cinderella Man, 25 to Life. Dude, look at this 4-song in a row, just bah, 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 bah. All 4 of these have a much deserved spot on this, including Not Afraid. Love the Way You Lie. I forgot that was on here too. That's 1 billion streams. 1 billion streams alone is 666,666 album sales. I know I said earlier I'm going to try to pick 3 from each one, but we're definitely going to pick some rollovers from this album. I'm going to throw Won't Back Down on there, Not Afraid for sure, No Love, Spacebound, Cinderella Man, and 25 to Life. I'm putting them all on there, and Love the Way You Lie. So there's 7 songs that I have on there from Recovery as of right now. It could change, and there's still a couple more on here that I think would have a pretty deserving spot. Cold Wind Blows is incredible. All right, here we have 2013's Marshall Mathers LP2. The only version on Spotify is the deluxe version, so we're just gonna have to pick from that. Man, so many good songs. Man, I am struggling to pick some songs right here. Bad Guy, the Stan sequel, probably is gonna make it on here. Survival has to make it on here. Legacy 2, man, I forget some of the songs that are on these albums. Berserk will probably be on here. This is one of my least favorite songs on this one, but it's one of the most notable from this project. It was a single. The music video with the blonde hair dye, he looked like old Slim Shady, bringing it back. Rap God was on here, 100% is gonna be on there. The Monster is gonna be on here. Dude, okay, so The Monster, Love the Way You Lie, and Rap God all together equate to 2.5 billion streams. If I'm doing the math right in my head. That alone is already 1.6 million album sales, which is certified platinum. If you didn't know, 1,500 streams equates to about 1 album sale. That's how I'm getting all these numbers. So we got Bad Guy, Survival, Legacy, Berserk, Rap God, The Monster, Headlights. Oh, dude, that's a great song. And Beautiful Pain. Oh my God. That's what I said in my Curtain Call 2 thing, man. People forget how many amazing songs that Eminem used to have. And this is just a massive reminder. All right, I wrote all those down in my little list. We're definitely going to have to do some shaving points at the end of this. Okay, let's move on up to the next one. I think it's Revival, right? Okay, Revival. So obviously River is going to be on this one with 715 million streams. He might throw a middle finger to everybody and put Walk on Water on here. I actually like Walk on Water. And then my personal favorite song on this, actually 2 songs because they work together, is Castle and a Rose. But Castle is incredible. I would love to see him put that on here, but Castle works so much better in tandem with a Rose. Nowhere Fast might be on there. It's a cool hook, but I'm not a huge fan. Tell you what, I'm going to put Walk on Water, River, and probably Nowhere Fast as potential ones from this album. Offended was kind of cool at the end. I've seen a lot of people really liked Framed, but I think when you look at Curtain Call 2 as a whole and all of the other songs that he has to pick from, not a lot from Revival is going to make it on there. I could be wrong though. Revival is Eminem's baby. He really loves that album. Damn. And then we got Kamikaze that we still got to look at. And this has some of my favorite all-time Eminem songs. You can certainly count on The Ringer being on there. I think the greatest 100% deserves to be the opening song on the album. I'm sorry, greatest, not the greatest. Lucky You with Jordan Lucas has to be on there. I love Stepping Stones. It reminds me a lot of older Eminem and the story with D12 and stuff. It's probably not going to make it on there though. Kamikaze and Fall both have some potential to make it on there. And I think Venom absolutely will make it on there. All right, I'm going to narrow all this stuff down later at the end. We're going to put The Ringer, greatest, Lucky You, we'll go ahead and say Kamikaze, Fall, and Venom. We're going to put all of them on there. I don't think all of those will make it in the final run, but I think those are some good potential candidates. All right, now we move on up to Music to Be Murdered By. It says side B, but it shows both side B and side A all in tandem right here. I think he's got a couple songs on here, but I feel like it's almost too recent to pick a whole lot of songs. There are some really good sounding songs on here, but there hasn't been enough time to really digest it and consider them some of the greatest hits. He might throw Nat on there because it was the single from this and there was the music video with it. I did not think it was one of the better songs on this. Higher, 100% is one of the best songs on this album. I'm going to throw it in there because of bias. Zeus was really good. I think that song will stand the test of time. Unaccommodating and You Gon' Learn, both of these probably have some potential from this album. I don't know if either one of them will make it though. Another Ed Sheeran collab, Those Kind of Nights, has some potential. Godzilla 100% will make it. Damn, it's almost got 1 billion streams too. That's crazy. Darkness as well had a really cool music video, good message, but you know, is it one of the all-time greatest hits from Eminem. Leaving Heaven, an amazing song. Oh, dude, that is a good song. All these other ones, you know, good sounding songs, but I don't think any of these kind of hold a candle to the rest of the songs. Okay, now we go to the other two confirmed projects on here, Bad Meets Evil. And I think it's pretty obvious the only two real choices that we have from this are Fast Lane, which is one of Eminem's greatest songs ever. And then you also have Lighters with Bruno Mars. That was a really good song as well. And then the last one that I felt like he might be pulling from, this one wasn't really confirmed, but it's the Shady 15 project that he did. I didn't realize Guts Over Fear was on this. I thought that was a movie soundtrack single. So if that's on this, that will probably 100% be on here. I was gonna say really the only choice is Detroit versus Everybody just because of how monumental that was. And then maybe Psychopath Killer, but I don't think so. I think Detroit versus Everybody and now obviously Guts Over Fear are the two from this one. So those are all of the albums that we know are being pulled from. And then I think there's a couple singles that he's released in like movie soundtrack stuff that might get thrown on here. Two specifically that I can think of are from the Southpaw soundtrack, being Kings Never Die and Phenomenal. And then if you look at M's singles, we kind of already know that From the D to the LBC is going to be put on this, which I completely disagree with. The King and I was cool. I don't think it's a greatest hits, but it might accidentally end up on this. And then my little outlier is Killshot. Killshot, I mean, would he do it? Would he do it? I think he would. I think he would be smart with 325 million streams. Another thing that I've seen a few times is that some Twitter accounts are tweeting about Royce da 5'9" dropping one of his biggest songs ever, Caterpillar. And that dropped in 2018 with Eminem. So is that going to be put on this even though that's Royce's song? Because if you get into Eminem features, you know, you got Homicide, you got Forever. There's a whole big mess that you could go into if you're including features on this. So I'm not. All right, so here are all of the potential songs that we could have on here. As stated earlier, my simple formula is an average of 3 songs per project. There's 8 projects that are being pulled from as well as some singles. So we're going to go with 24 songs on Curtain Call 2. Time to do some cutting. Okay, so from Relapse, we got Crack a Bottle, Beautiful, We Made You, and 3 a.m. We can go ahead and take off 3 a.m. I don't think it's going to be one of the final cuts on this. I personally don't think We Made You should be, but it's got a lot of streams, so I'm going to keep it for now until I do another cut through. Recovery, I literally don't think a single one of these songs deserves to be taken off. Like, if you put a gun to my head and said, remove one of these songs from existence, I'd say shoot me. I'm just gonna skip over it for now, okay? I can't be forced to make these decisions right now. Marshall Mathers LP2, The Monster stay in, Headlights to stay in, Rap Gotta stay in, Berserk, Legacy, Survival, Beautiful Pain, Bad Guy. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of Berserk. I don't think it's gonna make the cut. It probably will, but I don't think it should. Bad Guy's not. I don't think Bad Guy will. I could be shooting myself in the foot here. All right, Revival, Castle and a Rose. I think they're amazing songs, but I can already tell you right now they're not going to be on there. River and Walk on Water are really, I think, are the only two options. Nowhere Fast. While it's a decent song, I don't think it's going to make it. Okay, Kamikaze. Greatest and Lucky You, I think, are shoe-ins. I also think that Venom is a shoe-in. It's one of his more popular songs in recent memory. The Ringer, Fall, and Kamikaze, all three, I think, have a decent shot. Okay, let's remove Kamikaze, maybe. How about that? I don't know. It might be on there, though, because Kamikaze was, like, technically fact 2. Music to be murdered by. I think Godzilla is for sure going to be on there. Literally, I think the rest of these are up in the air. I think we can go ahead and take Zeus off there just because it doesn't have that many plays compared to the rest of them, even though I think it's one of the better songs in this selection. Those Kind of Nights, I don't see him having 2 Ed Sheeran songs on here, and I think River is definitely the better song of the 2. I guess we can remove Higher. I feel like not as many people took as great of a liking to that song as I did. And if I'm removing Higher, I'm going to remove Nat. I do not think Nat is a greatest hits album worthy song. Next, we got Shady 15, Psychopath Killer. I shouldn't have even put it on here, I don't think. Guts Over Fear, more than likely. Detroit versus Everybody, I think would be a great nod. Bad Meets Evil, I have to keep both of these. Fast Lane and Lighters both. And then some of these singles we got From the D to the LBC, Killshot, Phenomenal, and Kings Never Die. From the D to the LBC should not be on here, but we know it is on there. I don't know, man. Let's just count up the songs we got and see how many I got to get rid of. And I still have 34 listed, so I have to remove 10 songs. I think Phenomenal is the better of the 2 songs between Kings Never Die and Phenomenal, so I'm removing Kings Never Die. All right, 9 songs to remove. I feel like both of these have to stay from Bad Meets Evil. I can't justify taking either one of them off. You know, I think I'm just going to remove Detroit versus Everybody, even though I think that would be a really cool addition to this. Not enough people really have played that song. I'm going to remove You Gonna Learn. I think that's an easier one to remove from this. Darkness will probably stay. Godzilla 100% will stay. Okay, I got to remove 7 more songs. Okay, we're going to remove Fall. Yeah. Fall? Yeah. Maybe. Okay, that leaves us with 6 more that we have to get out of here. I can't do it! Why is from the D to the LBC on here? Bro, look at this recovery list and tell me which ones do not deserve to be on here. This is some bullshit. I don't like this anymore. Okay, 6 songs to remove from here. Watch, he's gonna end up doing like a 2-disc thing where I don't even have to stress about this and all the songs I've removed are gonna be on there. All right, here we go. Come on now. Let's focus. Okay, I think he might actually not put Killshot and Phenomenal on there, even though I think they deserve to be on there. We're just gonna do it because there's not a whole lot of hints that songs from singles are gonna be on here. All right, since we have Guts Over Fear, I might take out Won't Back Down because they're similar sounding songs, I suppose, and I have to remove 4 more, and I don't know what to do. There's already a lot from Recovery. I think from Marshall Mathers LP2, I might have to remove Legacy, even though I think that might be my favorite song from that album. But what is my favorite doesn't necessarily classify as, you know, one of the greatest hits. So I guess I'm gonna do this. 2 more songs to be removed, and if it was up to me, there would not be anything from Revival on here. And honestly, there wasn't a huge hint about Revival on this. It was kind of really hidden meaning. So I'm taking off Walk on Water, and I'm gonna leave River. Okay, so we gotta remove 1 more song from this godforsaken list. It should be from the D to the LBC, but it's not gonna be because we know it's on here. I'm gonna take off 25 to Life, maybe, I guess. That's just all I can think of, guys. So there you have it. To my right, I made this lovely cover art of the 24 songs that I think will be on here. This started off fun and then got very stressful, but this is the fun part. I want to know what songs you guys think should be on this. Drop a comment. Do no more than 24 songs from Relapse all the way up until now. I need to know what you guys think should be on here. That is gonna be fun. Oh fuck, I forgot there's gonna be a brand new song on here. You know what, fuck it, it's gonna be 25 songs. There'll be a brand new song on there. I think it's gonna be called Game Over. So there, 24 old songs, 1 new song, and what you think the new song will be called. Oh, and one last thing. I did say I was gonna tally up all the streams for this to see how many streams this album's gonna have whenever it drops. And there's your number. It's gonna have 9 billion streams when it drops. And 9 billion divided by 1,500, which is the album sale equivalencies, means that this will have just about 6 million album sales whenever it drops. So it would be considered 6 times platinum. Now, I'm not sure if that's how they count that for Billboard and stuff, but I do know that's how they count the charts for iTunes. And this is just Spotify streams, guys. Okay, this doesn't even count the Apple Music streams that this has, the Amazon streams, the YouTube Music streams, all that stuff. It doesn't count the actual album buys from iTunes. I mean, it's gonna have well over 10 million album buys, which is diamond. But again, I'm not sure this is exactly how they count it towards the RIAA certifications because, you know, obviously I've never dealt with that or come close to dealing with that. I've only dealt with iTunes charts and like Billboard independent charts, and I know that's how they count those. So we'll see. But please drop a like, do the comments. It helps so much in the YouTube algorithm. I hate that word so much. And more importantly, if you want to check out my music, on my homepage is my last music video that I just dropped. My music is copyright free. I've got a playlist on Spotify of all the copyright free songs that I have. That's it. Love you guys. See you all in the next video. I'm from the boroughs of Kentucky. You should probably try to duck me. Got a product with it. Go ahead and touch me. Cause my world can get bloody so thorough when I hunt the whole bureau. Gonna be searching looking for me. The whole world tried to shun me, now I'm back, they looking yummy. Time to turn these motherfuckers into lunch meat. They say the brighter days should be coming. Looked outside and it ain't sunny, but I like the dark, guess I'm kinda lucky.